Okay, so I'm back again and I want to talk to you guys about schools, the schools in the United States and the racism, and why you should sue the school district if your child has been bullied, they committed suicide, or they're being bullied. So let's begin. Now, one thing that a school can do if your child is being bullied is they're supposed to give them a suspension. First, they start by in school suspensions and where they suspend the child in the school within the school district. And if that doesn't work, then they're supposed to give them a suspension from the school. Now, according to their rules and regulations, if a child or student is bullying someone to the point where they're going to take their life, every school district in this country, listen to me, you guys, has something called an aerial suspension. What an aerial suspension is that person who's doing the bully cannot go to any school within that district. So you have a bunch of people in this country, schools, elementary, middle schools, high schools, colleges, that's allowing bullying in their schools when they clearly have a handbook against this type of behavior. They're supposed to suspend the bully. And if that doesn't work, the first suspension, they're supposed to keep suspending the bully. And the third time, they're supposed to have an aerial suspension. An aerial suspension is where they cannot go to any school in that district. Why isn't it that these public schools in this country aren't complying to the rules, nor their school district? Why are they letting children, it doesn't matter what race they are, being bullied to the point where they commit suicide? Why isn't it that these public schools aren't suspending the bullies? You're supposed to suspend them 3 times, and the third suspension is an aerial suspension where they cannot go to any school within that district. So, this country is not obeying its oaths. It is not obeying its laws. It is not obeying its handbooks. The law enforcement isn't doing it. The public schools isn't doing it. The court systems isn't doing it. So, it's left up to the people. It's left up to the people. You guys, if you don't remember anything else I remember on this video and your child is being bullied, there's something called an aerial suspension. Every school district has it. They suspend the child, they can't go to any any school in that district because of the trouble they cause. I haven't seen one school, and I've read many newspapers and many stories on the news where one school in this country, a principal, have obeyed the handbook to put an aerial suspension on the bully. It doesn't matter what race he is. I haven't seen them do that. They're hiring these teachers and these principals, and they are not obeying their rules. They are allowing these children to commit suicide and allowing these bullies to bully these children when you have clearly a statement in your rules and regulations at your school to give them an aerial suspension, put them out of the school. Okay, now if they say something to me, I'm going to read the handbook. I'm going to let every parent in this country know how they're supposed to discipline those children in a public school. The main thing to save a child's life is an aerial suspension. That is to put the bully out of the school district in that whole area. They can't go to school no more in that district. They have to go to another district. That will solve the problem with bullying. Okay? Every public school has that. Why aren't they doing it? Why do we read so many stories about the teachers neglecting their job, the principals neglecting their job, and they're not doing what they're supposed to do, and they're allowing innocent lives to be taken? We've seen innocent lives be taken by police officers. We've seen innocent lives be taken by teachers and principals that are allowing children to bully other children when you could give them an aerial suspension, just put them out of the whole school district. It's a bunch of nonsense. I still have my books from when I went to school. I still have my books from when I was trained in a public school, what they can and cannot do, what they're supposed to do. I have all of those books. I'm going to keep them. I have notes from professors. I'm going to keep them. I'm just looking at how the behavior of the people who are supposed to be professionals, from the teachers to the police officers, it's a bunch of chaotic nonsense. Nobody's complying to the rules. But yet, you want to be racist and racial profile black people beyond what they can live. It is total chaos. Since nobody wants to comply to the rules, I'm going to tell everybody what the rules are. From the justice system to the public school to anything else you want to know. So, I just want to leave you guys with this, and take care of your children. You only going to live once. You ain't going to be young forever, and you're going to need them when you get older. For the people that harm children, if you don't want children, just don't have no children. Take your whole uterus out. I don't care what you do with it, take it out and put it somewhere. But do not have children if you don't love them. If you don't want them, don't have them. Don't be getting online talking about you glad they gone. Just don't have them. They didn't ask you to be here. Children did not ask you to bring them into this world. Most people brought children into this world because of their sexual pleasures or lust, you know. And there's a lot of things out there to prevent you from having children. You can go to the doctor and tell them you want to be sterile. So it's just so much going on, and I'm just venting my opinion. I love children, by the way. Some of those children I be seeing, I be like, I should have give me that child. The child doesn't deserve to be mistreated because the parents brought two people, grown people, brought the child into this world. And it's not the child's fault. It never is. Of who brings the child into this world. Okay. So suffer little children to come unto the Lord Jesus Christ. You don't have to believe in God, but this is how I live. So take care of your children, and women, take care of your children. Your child becomes first. And don't leave your child with a man you don't know. You don't know nothing about that man. How can you want him to be your babysitter while you go to work? You know, get another job. Take care of your child. Don't leave him with somebody that you don't know if he got the mind, he don't even have the mind to take care of his own crazy self. How are you going to take care of your child? So one thing about a man dating a man, when you date a man, and I learned from experience, ask that man, do he got some children? Or do he got some nieces and nephews that he take care of? If he say no, you should be leery, to leave your child with him. It'd be too many beautiful children I see. People, you know, they be beautiful. These are some beautiful children. So, all right, I'm going to get in this video because I just wanted to tell you guys, you parents, about suspensions in public schools and the aerial suspension, which is a suspension where the person can't go to any school, any school in that district. That's what they're supposed to do concerning the behavior of bullies. And the school district is failing to do this in this country of the United States of America. And we're going to go over some of the things which are critical points where they can stop all this nonsense, which those who are in these areas in high position, have the authority to do that, but they're not even complying with the handbook, nor are they complying with the laws, but they are doing certain things and not they're breaking their rules and their laws and their oaths, and it's mostly people in the high places and positions is doing this. So I'm just gonna bring you and make you guys aware of all the things that you should know about the public schools and the law and the justice system. And I haven't did it yet, but I'm gonna share this journal, which is a personal journal that someone given to me, who was in the justice system, and there's a whole bunch of stuff in there. We'll go over that a little later, but I just wanted to tell you, you guys, go and look it up. Aerial suspensions. Go and look it up because you can sue the school district because they're supposed to give a bully an aerial suspension. They're supposed to suspend them once, suspend them two. The third thing is the aerial suspension. So legally, the school, the teachers, the principal, they're held responsible for the life of that child that was taken by a bully, and you can sue them. That's law. You can go look that up. The aerial suspension. They're supposed to suspend them from every school in that district so that they cannot harm or threaten anybody because of their behavior. That's legal. It's been in the school district for a long, long, long time. But I don't see nobody in the public school districts using it. I see them letting children die, black or white, being bullied. So that means that they're failing our children. But you want to teach our children, you want to tell our children stuff, but you don't want to care for their safety when it's right there in their handbooks. This is law, you guys.